Merry Christmas everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. Today we are discussing Elf. Elf tells the story of a human baby who is accidentally picked up by Santa and taken back to the North Pole, assuming that he is also an elf like the others around him. But when the penny finally drops that he is in fact a human, he heads out to New York to find his estranged father and hopefully get him off of Santa's naughty list. It really made me feel old when it dawned on me that this movie is 22 years old. I remember watching this in the cinema with my mum, and usually have it be put on by the science teacher as we were coming towards the Christmas holidays and the teacher just didn't give a crap anymore. Good old public schooling. This is a movie that I have changed perspective on with each viewing that I've given it. When I was younger, I used to watch this for the Will Ferrell hijinks, the screaming, the shouting, the pratfalls, and found it all very amusing, as children do. But as I've gotten older and started to understand more about narrative and storytelling and such, I see quite a lot more in the film through the eyes of James Caan, the father in fact. This really bizarre scenario that he finds himself in and how the hell he navigates it. When I was a child, I thought he was just kind of an asshole, but as an adult, I think he navigates it about as well as you probably could and would. Because it is a weird scenario, and I kind of admire that and enjoy that fact about this film, that it does play it fairly seriously to a degree. Always muting it with that Will Ferrell comedy. And I mean that as a positive, because it could be way too heavy-handed if it didn't, and it wouldn't feel Christmassy at all. If this was all about paternity tests and dead widows and such. Doesn't scream mistletoe and holly, does it? And a lot of credit does need to go to those two performances in Will Ferrell and James Caan. They are so polar opposite, and yet it really does bounce off each other quite well, like fire and ice.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Put that down.
I think the kid actor, the son, also gets slept on every time I see a review of this movie. He's actually really good for what he's meant to do as his role. He's actually believable as an angsty teenage boy. So many actors at that age are usually dreadful and completely pull the film down, but he doesn't. He fits in seamlessly. I think the fact that people don't mention him is a compliment, because he is so seamless in the film. But I notice, yeah, I'll give you your flowers, kid. There's so many iconic scenes, memorable lines that have really stayed with people, and it has over time become a Christmas staple. And I can understand why, although personally I do have some flaws with the movie. I don't care for Zooey Deschanel in the movie. I don't think she's a great actor, if I'm being honest with you. She's always extremely flat and monotone, and I just don't buy any real relationship between her and Will Ferrell, especially when he is as weird as he is. There's also some scenes that as a child I laughed, but now I just feel like gross and make me turn my stomach. Like when he's picking the chewing gum off the handrails and eating it, it's just, jeez, man, no. Narratively, I find it all a bit convenient at times, especially towards the end with how the sleigh works with the Christmas spirit, and one person believes for a moment and it makes the sleigh ride, but to make it properly fly, they need James Caan. I don't know, it all becomes a bit schmaltzy and yucky, a bit pandering rather than actually Christmassy and heartfelt. It does lose me a little bit at the end, and I don't find it to be the most Christmassy film of all, but I do find it to be good fun, which is why I'm going to give Elf a 7 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching this review and any other review this year. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have yourselves a very Merry Christmas, and I'm wishing all of you the very best for 2026. I'll see you there.